Okay, in this station we've got a bucket A containing paint with 12.5% blue dye and bucket B containing paint with 20% blue dye. How much paint from each bucket is required to make 60 liters of paint with 17% blue dye? Okay, so we're solving system of equations, so we're going to need two equations here. The first and easier equation is to look at my total amount of liters, which is 60 liters. And I need these 60 liters to equal some amount of bucket A plus some amount of bucket B, right? That 60 liters of paint is equal to A plus B, okay? So we have our first equation. Now our second equation is going to be a little more detailed. We're still dealing with this 60 liters of paint. So we still have that 60 liters, but now it's the 60 liters of paint with 17% blue dye. So 60 liters of 17%. Of in math means multiplication, so we really have 60 times that 17%, but we don't deal with percentages in math, we deal with decimals. So I'm going to say 60 times 0.17 instead of 60 times 17. That is going to be equal, just like we times our 60 times 17, we've got to times our bucket A by 12.5%. So rewriting 12.5 as a decimal, I've got 0.125 times A plus, and then we've got 20% times B, so 0.2 B. And just like that, we've got our two equations, so now we can solve for them using either elimination or substitution. I'm going to do substitution, so I'm going to rewrite this top equation in terms of either A or B. So to do that, I'll say that this top equation could also be 60 minus B is equal to A. And now that I've got it in terms of A, I can plug this into this bottom equation down here. So I will rewrite this equation. 60 times 0.17 is 10.2, and that is equal to 0.125 times A. Instead of A, I'm going to say what A equals, 60 minus B. 60 minus B. And then we still have that plus 0.2B. Okay, now I can distribute this across both of those numbers. So I've got 10.2 is equal to 7.5 minus 1.25 times B is 0.125B. Then we still have this plus 0.2B. Okay, now I can combine like terms here. So I still have 10.2 equals 7.5 minus, or excuse me, plus 0.075B is those two added together. Now to get B all by itself here, I've got to subtract 7.5 from both sides. So 10.2 subtract 7.5 is 2.7. That's still equal to 0.075B. And then 2.7 divided by 0.075 gives me 36 is equal to B. Now that I have my B, I can use that and plug it into one of these equations to solve for A. So I'm going to plug it into this equation right here. Okay, that's going to give me 60 minus B, which is 36. And 60 minus 36 is going to give me 24. Or in other words, A equals 24.